ba 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 da da da. Spongy. Resiny. I need a brush for this to get off some of the extra little resiny bits that are stuck. Look at all of the little tiny pieces. That's okay. I love the little breads. Oh, there's a big chip right here in this. We'll have to simulate that. Like it's chipped out of the table. This is cute though. All right, where's my X-Acto knife? X-Acto! I feel like I need like a wire brush for this almost. I'm very early streaming. I don't know if there's anybody here yet. Ba-da-da, da-da. I kind of like these a lot. Oh, there's a chip right there too. Hi, Clavicus. How you doing, Clavicus? Okay. This one I think is in the worst shape. There's a chip there too. Pretty bad one. Runny nose. 50-mile-per-hour wind? What in the world? I mean, you're painting like all the time though, so. I literally see you posting something like every single day and I'm just like, you paint so fast. Takes me like 3 days usually to paint one thing. Oh, there's a big chunk of resin out from there too. And there. Oh my goodness. That's okay. We don't have to have everything. All of our tools in the kitchen don't have to be not broken. They can be broken. Right? Roads. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to drive on icy roads either. As someone who did not grow up in an area that has weather, Southern California, living in a place that has weather sometimes makes me not leave my house. Just trying to get all these little resin bits off of this thing here. I'll probably find more after I put primer on. We shall see. Okay. Yeah, Graz Yeti sent me these. There is a link to them in the exclamation point. What is it? It's a Scottish company, I think. So the prices are not in dollars, in USDs. And shipping would probably be kind of a pain. But I'm assuming he's had these for a really long time. So, or he had these for a really long time. And he probably made like a bulk order from their site. But I was able to find them online. So if you are curious at all, that is where you can find them. All the little resin bits. Garbage. All right. What? Get these babies primed up. You can tell that these were like a pour from a mold. Hi, Iffy. Okay. Let's get this one. This third one's gonna be hard to keep on a plinth because it's very, very long. These are actually kind of heavy. They're surprisingly heavy. JJ, bless you, my child. I haven't like locked in a start time for Sunday yet. I kind of was like sitting around just waiting to stream bored, so I might honestly stream even earlier going forward. We'll see. What are you? That's what she setting. I didn't even. Oh, the long comment, is that what here? Is that what you're? That's what she setting. Yes. Monsters of Solon Kickstarter? I don't even know what that is. I have to actively stay off of Kickstarter because I always see Kickstarters that I want. And then I look at my shelves and I'm like, there's literally no room for anything else over here. I should paint things before I buy more things. But then, you know, Reaper's Kickstarter is going to open up at the end of this month, so we'll see how well I do with that one. You're all good, JJ. You are all good. I'm almost out of this Vallejo primer that I've had for 3 years. This black Vallejo primer is almost gone. The reason my channel is PG is because there are a few folks in here that have their kids watch or watch with their kids. I can honestly say that when there are not children around, PG is not a thing that I am. So, yeah. Anybody in any D&D group that I am part of can confirm this. 2 Kickstarters on the way right now. No idea where I'll put them. Yeah. Trying really hard not to get as much from Bone 6. I haven't actually finished a single model from 5. I actually have finished a couple of models from 5. And I did the one little goblin that's from 6. So... I did put everything together from Bone 6, and it's just kind of chilling on my shelves, but, you know, it's gonna take me literally years to paint it all. What is happening? What are you doing? You know, what are you, hey! Can I have that, please? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is not for you to rip apart, bud. Tennis ball. He's ripping the furs off of it. I don't want you to sit here eating fur, okay? Can we not do that right now? Can we not? The people want to see you. Can we not eat furs? Can we not? I realize you really want to eat the fur off of that tennis ball, but I'd prefer you to not do that, okay? Okay? I need to scoot back in, so don't freak out. Just a pile of poorly labeled boxes. Oh, that I am not PG during D&D times. My rule is going to be don't get a whole expansion because there's one item that you want to paint. I got a dwarf from 6. She's a resculpt. Oh, that's cool. Hi, Xavier. I think I'm gonna paint the whole back of this black, even though it's not gonna get painted. I feel like it'd be better to have it be a solid color instead of just the gray that's on there. Google Calendar is telling me that my stream is starting soon, but I'm already here. Okay. We are not a PG group, yeah. I'm gonna have to be lurky. Ah, you're all good, JJ. Lurk to your heart's content. Foods are essential, it's true. I really last night wanted a caprese salad and had nothing to make a caprese salad. So I went on to Amazon Prime Now and got all of the stuff to make myself a caprese salad. And it was delivered this morning and I had it for breakfast and it was great. Sorry, bud. My foot was in the way of your head. He's looking at the camera like, excuse me? Yeah, I figured I would just relax and paint some simple terrain stuff today. And the boy is gone. So now you get to look at the girl. Way over there. They had baths yesterday, and I brushed them out today. So we've got a lot of mega floof going on today. Omega floofs. My floofy babies. It had been a while since they got a good brush. And Cora's furs were very tangled. Because, you know, if you don't brush your corgis, their furs are going to end up getting tangled. Gotta keep your corgs brushed. Get all that undercoat out. Corgis are the kind of dogs that shed all year round. And then they also have a 2 times a year where they shed even more. Not like, you know, huskies where you can take them to a groomer and they'll blow out all the fur and it'll just be gone. They shed like that all year. That's why there are constantly fur tumbleweeds in my house. Pretty much at all times. You can vacuum it, but the next day there'll be more. You walk around and they follow you, the fur tumbleweeds. It's definitely a thing if you've got a double-coated dog. Or ragdolls, or sorry, not ragdolls, but long-haired cats just in general. Fur tumbleweeds are fairly prevalent with long-haired cats, I think, as well. All right. This one can sit here and dry. Let's figure out how to hold this. That might work. Let's see what I got. Hold on. I mean, even I guess short-haired cats and dogs will produce a fairly decent amount of fur. Hi, Popcorn for Unicorns. Oh, let's use this. Let's use this big boy. I've ordered a 24-inch light box today. Nice. I need to get more blue tack. Because I just used the rest of this. Or yes, not the same as tumbleweed texture. Yeah, that's fair. So that's gonna go over there. Speaking of fur. Yes, this should work, I think. I just needed something to hold it because it's like twice the length of the other ones. Okay. That's a big light box. I wish that I could figure out how to take photos in a light box that don't look awful. I feel like every time I try, my photos just look bad. I don't know if I'm using the wrong color background or if my settings on my camera just aren't right or what, but I'm bad at taking photos of my minis. Did you get yourself a light box too, DA? I have a light box. I just, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure how to properly use it. I mean, I probably could watch some tutorials of like the right lighting and all of that stuff and the right camera settings. I'm sure it's not that hard to figure out. I just haven't done that. I've taken photos in my lightbox before. They just haven't looked that great. And I'm just too lazy to Google it. I had to dampen the lights built into my light box with tape. The LEDs were too bright. Oh, you bought the Reaper one. Gotcha. I have a Reaper one as well. I don't use that one because I have one that was like a lot more expensive. But even that one, I don't even use it. I might have to dampen the LEDs that are in mine. That's in mine, Clavicus. That might be the problem. Because every time I like try to use it, it looks like it's washed out too much, you know? Which I think if it's washed out, it means that the light's too bright. And then, you know, I would turn it down slightly, but that didn't really seem to help either. How's everybody's weekend? It's Sunday. Means the weekend's over, pretty much, but... You can also adjust the brightness after you... Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. I usually, when I take the picture, I try to adjust the brightness beforehand. Like, before I take the photo, I'll, like, do the brightness adjustment thingy. But, you know. Nope, not enough left in there. Okay. Let that dry. Do another coat on the back of that. Or even... Let's use up the rest of this primer. Beautiful. All right, these are gonna have to dry. Lovely, beautiful, gorgeous. Where did the girl go? She left. I didn't even notice. She left me. You guys, she's gone. Went and picked up my prints for a couple ritual casting models for my buddy. Did a bit of painting yesterday. Nice. It's always nice having a relaxing weekend. Tried to give my dog a bath at the pet store and the dog watch. She did not appreciate it. We cut her a toy. Aww. I gave my dogs baths yesterday. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about it, but they got baths yesterday. And they got brushed out today, so they're not the happiest, but they're alright. Got to meet a dog who happens to have the same name. Aw, that's cute. I got so much primer in the ferrule of this brush, you can see it's like way darker up here. Excuse me. My caprese salad. It's coming back to haunt me. Zoning out, relaxing on your day off. Motivation to get moving? I mean, I feel that. I definitely understand. I was gonna paint more of this, but I am not enjoying painting it. So I was like, I'm gonna just put it down and I'm gonna pick up something else. So that's why we're painting something different today. My long time full-timer got promoted to manager at a new store. The girl I hired as a replacement stopped showing up after a month of training. Ooh, yuck. I feel like being a motivated employee that like actively wants to see things go well for a company and like people that actively want to do good for a company, it's like I feel like it's getting rarer and rarer, like people. And I don't know if it's because of like too many hours, too many working hours, like not enough pay. I don't know what it is, but it really feels like motivation can be lacking in a lot of different places. Probably a combination of those things, honestly. I have a part-timer who was out for a family medical emergency. Her daughter was picked up from daycare with red hands. Chemical burns? Oh no! Her daughter was picked up from daycare. That's the thing with daycares. You have to be really careful with the chemicals that you use when you're cleaning. Like, I used to work at an elementary school, and there was a closet that had like mop buckets and mops and all the cleaning chemicals and stuff. And you literally had to wear gloves when mopping. Like, you're not touching anything, but like you had to wear gloves because you can get very easily chemical burned. Like, I remember one time I had a big splotch on my hand right here. Like, it was big and red. It was a freaking chemical burn. Like, I don't even remember touching anything. And I had gloves on. So it's possible that some like dripped into the glove or something and then like went down onto my hand a little bit more. But yeah, that's awful. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like so bad that I had to get my skin grafted or anything, but it was enough to be itchy and irritated for like a week. Yeah, DA, I think it's that too. Feeling like you're not valued. Funny you say that, because I've been reading multiple books on leadership and how servant leadership and like leading by example is pretty much the only way that you're going to get people, well, not the only way, but one of the main ways that you're going to get people to like want to do well for the company. Like, there has to be a circle of safety. Circle of safety. The casual part-timer who's picking up extra shifts. I've been working open to close by myself with a doctor and full book of patients. Oh my god, yeah. Sounds like you would be. Man, that sounds awful. That sounds so awful. I hope that you're able to get out of that soon, because that does not sound like fun. Minimum wage, minimum effort. Yeah, that's fair as well. Very few people feel secure and appreciated. Yes, for sure. I remember years and years and years ago, we had managers on our team, not managers even, but we had people on our team that their opinion was that if you're doing a good job, you'll know you're doing a good job because you're not going to be told you're doing a bad job. If you're doing a bad job, you're going to know for sure. But there was no praise for good work. And that was very demotivating for a lot of people. I feel like I got really used to working without praise, which is awful. Like, people should definitely feel appreciated for the work that they're doing. But I let my sense of value and worth in my job come from the reaction of my customers. So like the people who were ingesting my work, or the people I was working with, not my managers. Like, I don't know. That might be bad, but it was kind of something that I had to do to still feel that I was being valued. And so I've always kind of taken my work my work is valuable because I know it is, you know? I know it's valuable. Not because somebody's telling me it is, but because the people who are using my work will tell me it is, right? I think that's kind of how I grew in my company as fast as I did, and kind of always, I was never really like managed. Like there was not really anybody ever there telling me, okay, here's what you should be doing. Like I always just did it. I always just did what I thought was right. And I was never told that I was wrong. So my assumption is, okay, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's definitely still validation. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. There are many different ways that you can feel validation from the people, you know, who you're working with is one way. Yeah, I feel like it's really hard for some folks who they're who aren't used to that, you know? Who are used to being told if their work is good or not by, you know, somebody who is in a leadership type position. I feel like the work that I had done over the years though, like it was, our company was really small, right? And I kind of grew with it. It's going to be 11 years in a week that I've been at this company. So I kind of watched it grow from something really tiny to something absolutely crazy massive. And I've always, like I said, I've always just done what I thought was the right things to do. And I've never been told that that was wrong. So yeah. Can you believe that though? 11 years? 11 years? I still feel like I'm 11. And I've been working at a company for 11 years. That's how long you did buses? Yeah, that's crazy. I need to get a few colors. Oh, don't run over my own toe, please. And you had the kiddo as a motivator? Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is easier when you've got someone to motivate you. It's very true. But I think my motivation has come a lot from just wanting to help people and wanting to see people happy and succeed, right? So I went into massage therapy as a potential career option because I wanted people to be happy and healthy, and massage definitely does that. My forearms being extremely in pain after the year of classes that I took, unfortunately, meant that I wasn't going to pursue that as a career. But then, helping people virtually is good as well. Okay. Protein shake is now gone. Yeah, helping virtually is still helping, for sure. I feel like helping virtually is also like the scope of help that I can provide now is so different than what I could do before, you know, helping people one-to-one. Like, I help people. That's why I really enjoyed providing, like, creating training materials and providing training to our, like, new teams. It was a very fun experience, and watching people get the answers right and then go on to, like, help other people too is, like, so rewarding in itself. It's like, yes, you know, watching people get it, trickle down. Yeah, exactly. It's funny too, because, like, I remember being little and thinking that I wanted to be a teacher, and then as I got older and older, I was like, I don't think I want to be a teacher, actually. But I still want to help people in some way. And so I picked customer service, which is directly, you know, serving the customer. And not everybody's going to be pleasant, and not everybody's going to be happy with the answers that you give them, but you're providing information that they wouldn't get otherwise. So I tend to try to keep it a positive. I worked with kids at an elementary school for about 5 years. Before that, I wanted my own kids. After the 5 years, I was like, you know what? I love kids, but I also love giving kids back to their parents at the end of the day. Definitely have not really wanted kids since working with kids for 5 years. Don't get me wrong, kids are amazing. Some of my favorite memories have come from working at that elementary school. But again, the kids need to go back home after school. Oh shoot, I did not get all the paint off of the brush before I started painting the brick again. Of everyone I worked with in busing, the kids were my favorite part after I trained them. Yeah, exactly. It's so interesting, like, because when I started, there were kids. How old was I when I started that job? I think I was 19 or 20. And some of the kids were like 5th graders. So what is that? What is a 5th grader? 10, 11? Something around there. By the time I ended, which was 5 years later, 5.5 years later, I was around 24, 25. And those kids that I had first worked with that were 5th graders were now like in high school, middle of high school. And then now it's been 11 years since then. It blows my mind to think of these like little kids that I first worked with are now in their like mid-20s. It blows my mind. It's crazy to me. I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm that old. I feel like I was their age. Oh my God. You didn't see that. I watched some kids go from grade 1 to grade 12. Yeah, exactly. And the kids that were in grade 12 when you started were in their mid-20s or later even by the time you ended. Isn't that insane? It's insane to think about. It's like kind of blows your mind a little bit. I mean, you have your own kid, right? You have your own little ones, little ones. So you got to watch that from like the beginning to to now. But it's crazy just seeing like someone else's kids do that. Yeah, exactly. It's just crazy. Yeah, other people's kids are different. I feel like it's because, like, you're not there all the time with them. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, it is different. You see them getting bigger, but you're somewhat detached, and that makes it surreal. Yeah, exactly. One day they walk up and you have a mind-blowing and intelligent conversation, and you're like, who the heck is this person? Yeah, it's funny because one of the kids that I don't think he was in my group. He was in a different group, but he was one of the 5th graders. In the end of when I was working at the school, he added me in the League of Legends client, and like we're still online friends. Oh shoot. See, I knew I was gonna get one of these after I already had primed. Anyway, it's like we've been friends since then. Where did that just go? Right here. Oh, that's a big chunk of resin that's just kind of stuck. Okay, well, that might have to actually be integrated into this piece because I don't think I'm going to be able to get that resin off of there. Shoot. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't live in the same place anymore that I did, so I doubt I will see those kids ever again. Like, there's just not really a opportunity for me to like see them in person. I will say though, every time I go home and I go to like the mall or wherever location that a lot of people go to, I like keep my eyes peeled for if I know anybody, if I recognize anybody whenever I go home. Because it's like, I'd love to talk to people that I knew growing up, but I don't have a lot of friends that, you know, I actively keep in touch with or that I have actively kept in touch with, which I really regret. My past relationship was freaking toxic though, which made me kind of lose touch with pretty much everybody that I talked to on a consistent basis because he was jealous of literally everybody. And my dumb self decided, oh, this relationship is more important than these friendships. I was wrong. Your relationship should never be a selection process between your friends and the relationship. If that happens, that relationship is trash. And get out. Because that's not good. And making friends as an adult woman is a little bit more difficult. Especially with the hobbies that I have. I feel like most women do not have the same hobbies as I have. I'm also very lazy and I don't like going places, so meeting people is hard. You know, it's also COVID times still, so. Yeah, no. They don't have to be female friends. I've never really had a ton of female friends. Like, ever. I've had a few over the years. Most of my friends have been dudes, though. I just get along with guys very easily. I think it's just because we have more to talk about, for the most part. Because, you know, I've played video games my whole life. I now enjoy painting little figures and playing Dungeons and Dragons, which I know there's a lot of women out there that do. I mean, I'm obviously one of them. They're just harder to find. I think a lot of women don't like putting themselves out there as much because of harassment and stuff. Which is unfortunate, but, like, you know, it happens. I've never had many. Yeah, exactly. Not girly girls. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, like, I wear dresses sometimes, and I wear makeup sometimes, and I like some of that stuff, but I wouldn't put myself in, like, the really girly girl category. I'm not. Yeah. I've never really been extremely girly. And see, that's the problem. Like, when I did have friends, and I did want to get into taking care of myself a little bit more, like starting to wear makeup and starting to look after what I'm eating so that I can be healthier, and starting to, you know, get clothes that were a little more, like, feminine. The friends that I did have, or the friend that I did have, would tell me that I didn't need to do it and that I was beautiful already, and was not encouraging at all. Would actively tell me to, like, not do that stuff because I didn't need to, even though I wasn't doing it to feel better about myself. I was just interested. Less hard to find these days. You should have seen the bunch that showed up at my paint and take. Ugh, I'm jealous. Where did you have a paint and take? Your average days. Yeah, I mean, you see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a big sweater. What is that? What is that? Why is my Vivi's head on the floor? Vivi! No! One of my cats must have knocked this down. I just look under my desk and I'm like, why is Vivi? What has happened? Somebody knocked my Vivi onto the floor. Thankfully, it just needs to be glued back together, but my Vivi! Yeah, it just needs to be glued. Oh my god, Luna, you brat! I'm pretty sure it was Luna. She's the only one that comes and gets on top of my desk over here. Okay, well, we will repair you later, Vivi. Sorry about that. There's a time and place for dresses and makeup, same as a time and place for hoodie and jeans. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna show. Yeah, I'm wearing just like a sweater that has like a skull drinking a cup of coffee, because this is how I feel most of the time. Caffeinated skeleton. With pajama pants. Because why not? It's comfy, it's Sunday. Every place almost is for hoodie and jeans. Yeah, it's true. HerdCon at Marshall University. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know of any of that kind of stuff that happens around here. Maybe I should just be the one that's prompting it. Like, maybe I should just do it. There is a local gaming store, but they only sell WizKids and, like, Games Workshop stuff. And I don't like WizKids minis pretty much at all. Some of them are okay, but I just don't like them. And I also don't really paint Games Workshop stuff, so I could go and talk to the owners and just be like, yo, I want to do this thing. But again, COVID times have been making it more difficult to do anything. Cats are bastards, but I love them. Yeah, same. It's true. That might have actually been down there for quite a while too, and I just didn't notice it until now. Because it was kind of hidden. Vivi's body was literally like sitting behind this set of drawers. I had to crawl under the desk to get it. We don't have much like that around here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do have some Warhammer stuff. It's just like, I've not really painted it. And most of the Warhammer stuff that I actually have were gifts. Like, it's not my first preference of mini. Let's see. This is still very, very not dry. And it has to be dry if I'm gonna dry brush. Gotta get it to dry. Don't fall off. Don't fall off. I see you. I see you trying to fall off. Don't you do it. Don't you even do it. All right, we will leave that one alone now so that we can dry brush it. Make things happen when you want them to happen. Bones and WK are cheap enough. I don't have too much distinction between them. That makes sense. I use the Reaper P&T package. If WK wanted to offer that as well. You just used a lot of like acronyms. I think that's WizKids, Bones and WizKids, and then I used the Reaper P&T package. What is that? What is the Reaper P&T package? If WizKids wanted to offer that as well, but NECA. The Reaper has a paint and take package? Is that like the paint kit thing? The learn to paint kit? Is that what you're talking about? I actually don't know what that is. Okay, that needs to just chill. Chill, chill, chill. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh! Oh, I did not know that. I'm gonna look into that. I knew that they did something for like people who were teaching or whatever. I don't remember what exactly it was. But that's cool. Oh yeah, I'll have to look into that because that sounds pretty neat. I'm gonna have to look that up too. I'm gonna look it up right now actually. Wait, what is this? Paint and Take Home Survival Kit? Is that what you're talking about? Ah, okay. I don't know, if you could link me to the Paint and Take package thing, or where you have the info for it. I find that super neat, and I would love to look into that. Yeah, I'm not sure that most of us are big enough to warrant their attention. I don't know if I ever want to get big enough to warrant anybody's attention. I kind of like being known by my core group of people who know me and then kind of unknown to everybody else. It's kind of nice. Not gonna lie. All right, let me see. Oh, for 25 for... Oh, wow. That's cool. I could also bring a bunch of my, like, extra paints that I have, too, to do this. You know, seeing as I have not only one shelf over here, but another over here full of paint. I have lots of dupes. I would probably, honestly, if I were looking to become more popular within this community, I would probably do things differently on my stream. But like I said, I like the little community that we've built. Hi, Painting Cricks. How are you? Yeah, those prices are super reasonable. Today was way too busy. Oh, nice. Yes, please get your relax on. Go get a cup of coffee or tea. Put on some comfy pants and some warm socks. Get in your lounge chair. Kick back. Maybe take a nap. I don't know. Might be too late for a nap, but... Yesterday was kind of a busier... I say yesterday was a busier day for me, but I sat on the couch and watched, like, trash shows for 4 hours. But I did some cleaning yesterday, and then the person came to do maintenance on the furnace, just like the yearly checkup for the furnace. And then I took my doggos to go and meet the person that's going to be watching them when we go to Adepticon. And then they got baths as well. The puppies got baths. Which is probably why my leg hurts, because I was bending down weirdly to give them baths. Did my taxes yesterday and wrote some song lyrics. Ooh, that's cool. Not the taxes, the song lyrics. Taxes are awful. I need to get mine done still. I'm gonna owe a lot of money this year. A lot. It feels like ever since I moved up here, my taxes have been weird. Like, I only claim for myself as well. I don't claim... I used to claim 2, now I only claim 1, and I still end up owing. I had numbers in the 60s! Wow! Need to get another kit. It wasn't really what I wanted to do during the weekend, but at least it's done. Now I just need to do the excess taxes. They can't wait until the deadline. I have to pay. Yeah, you totally should do that. That sounds really cool. I know that my local gaming store has done paint nights in the past. I've never gone to them. Weirdly enough, I'm actually pretty shy. You know, when I don't have to, when I have to interact with people, like I can interact with people, but in person, like, I'm not usually the type of person to go up and introduce myself. I was really nervous to meet Shoshi the first year that I went to ReaperCon. And so I didn't say anything to her. I'm gonna have to look into the ones around here. There seems to be a couple now. Yeah, so if you ever see me at a con, you can always come up to me and I will be more than happy to talk to you. But it will be majorly unlikely that I will be the one to come up to you. Except for if I know you. Like Iffy, I'll definitely go up and talk to a few other people that like I've met in person. If I know you, if I know you, it's fine. But if I feel intimidated by you even a little bit, or I don't know you, I'm probably not going to come talk to you. I don't just randomly go up and talk to people. Extroverted introvert. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly it. All right, is this dry yet? Of course it isn't. Come on, man. It's dry in most spots. It's just not dry like down there. All right. I feel like you would probably still intimidate me, DA, but because I know you, I probably would still come up to you and say hi. I might not recognize you at first. Feel like seeing someone in person and then seeing them through a screen or through pictures or whatever is different than seeing people in person. I only became an extrovert for Gen Con while running games. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you're not wrong. It probably is. Most people are like that. I was a generally pretty shy person before I started working with kids. You cannot be a shy person working with kids. They will beat that shyness straight out of you. Yeah, kids for the most part don't really let you be shy. Some kids are shy, right? Like there's always those who are also shy. But I want to say for the most part, like kids aren't shy. They're going to tell you it like it is. And if you're working with them, you're probably also not going to be able to be very shy. I think this thing can lay flat. Yes, their honesty is refreshing. Shoot, that's okay. It's funny because when I was working with kids, it was kind of when I was starting to first wear makeup a little bit. And all I would really wear would be like under eye concealer and mascara. That was like the extent of the makeup that I would wear, which is kind of still the extent to what I wear. Sometimes I'll wear eyeshadow if I'm feeling like I have time, you know. But, you know, the days where you wouldn't wear that, they'd be like, are you sick? Like, why do you look like that? It's like, oh, honey, this is just my face. Gotta roll. Good to see y'all again. Is on vacation. All right, JP. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Have a good rest of your day. But yeah, kids can be brutal, man. Brutally honest. Kids are fun. My hat's off to folks that work with them full time. Seems like a lot, even when kids are in good moods. Yeah, it's not I mean, I worked with them for 5 years, and it was definitely an eye-opening experience and a lot of fun. It's not the easiest though, especially the kids that I was working with. The program that I worked with was a government-funded program for low-income families. So, you know, there was a lot of kids that were growing up in home situations that weren't the best. And there were definitely some kids who were a lot more problematic than I think I was prepared to handle as a 20-year-old myself, you know, not having any experience working with kids before that. So there's definitely a learning curve there, a very steep learning curve. One of the kids that I worked with actually was removed from the program because he had physically assaulted kids that were in the program multiple times. And there was another one that was eventually also removed from the program because we had this like coat hanger this was when I was still working out of a classroom and not out of the cafeteria, but when we were working out of the classroom, there was like a coat hanger, like a metal coat hanger, you know, so kids could put their coats on it when they would come in. He took the coat hanger in and he actually took it apart and he was like this close to throwing it through the window. We were able to stop him, but he was very close to throwing it through the window. So we had to remove him from the program as well, which again, when you're working with kids that are there because they are considered, you know, their families are considered to be low income, the parents don't really have a lot of other options. The daycare, technically it was an after school enrichment program, but it was essentially, when I started, it was essentially a daycare. It cost $6 a month. There was only even a fee because I think legally there had to be some sort of fee, but like you do not find like childcare for that little pretty much ever. So the waiting list that we had for that program was like dozens of kids long. This wasn't a huge elementary school either. Gets that challenge. The side effects of being gifted. Yeah, exactly. Of all the ways kid was removed from the program could have involved taking apart a coat hanger and throwing it through the window. Sounds like a relief. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, definitely it could have been way worse. But, you know, it could have been better. That kid could have not had all of the you know, mental issues that caused that situation to happen. But I definitely learned. There were situations where, like, I didn't know how to do this at first, but we eventually became trained to spot, like, parental abuse situations and to, what steps to take, like what questions to ask and what steps to take if the questions that are answered badly. And there was a case where I had to report a parent to services because of abuse indicators that I had seen. It's pretty terrible. Again, being a 20-year-old. And then having some kids think they were just trying to be like, I don't know what you would call that. Like a rebel or like what would you call that? I don't know. But one kid told her mother that I was saying bad things about her when I definitely wasn't. And then the mom came in and threatened me because of something that her kid had told her that I said about her. And I was just like, again, I'm 20 years old. I was a very, very passive individual back then. I did not know what to say or do. I kind of freaked out a little bit. Thankfully, my boss was there and he talked to her and talked to the kid and figured out, you know, what was happening and why she was saying that I said these things about her mom. Sometimes kids just want to start stuff. It's, you know, again, home life being not as great as it possibly can can cause a lot of issues and a lot of confusion. And sometimes as a person working with children, that is something you have to be aware of and prepare for. Definitely was not prepared for that, though. Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, I feel like I had to learn a bunch of stuff. Like I had to do CPR training. I had to do basic like medical training. Like if there's a head wound, don't put ice on it and stuff like that, you know? And there was a kid, kindergartner, in like my 3rd year working there, I think. I remember her. Her name was Alina. We had to write up an incident report for her every single day or every single week. Because that kid was the clumsiest kid that we had ever had, and she would injure herself just walking. She would just trip over her own feet and fall and scrape her elbow or, you know, hit her head on stuff. And it's like, girl, you're in kindergarten. You should know how to walk by this point. She was very, very clumsy. I remember one of my favorite things, like one of my favorite memories from working with kids was one year we got this, we had this kindergartner. She was, of course, she was a kindergartner. So kindergartners aren't used to being awake all day during school, like being, not taking a nap in the middle of the day. Cause like once you get to kindergarten, you don't really take a nap, but like you're pretty much used to that when you're little, like you're used to taking a nap in the middle of the day. And this kid would sleep so deeply it was the deepest, she was the deepest sleeper I'd ever seen. She would come in from after school and be so tired, you know, and so, you know, we would let her take a nap, we would let her put her head down, and she'd fall asleep pretty much immediately, just at a table. But then we would have to wake her up to like do snack and stuff, because we gave snacks. They would get like a little snack and a drink every day. And when we would wake kids up to, or when we would wake her up to get snack, we'd have to like shake her for such a long time and like poke her and like call her name. And I remember this one time, because before snack we would make them go to the bathroom in groups to wash their hands. And she woke up, she got up, she started walking to the door to go to the bathroom. And instead of making a left, she made a right, which is toward like the playground area instead of toward the bathrooms. And she just went and walked and laid down next to one of those big storage container things, like the big metal ones that kids use to play like handball and stuff against. She just went and laid down right next to that and fell back asleep. And like 5 minutes go by, and the group that was supposed to be going with her, I was just like, where is Miyoko? And they were like, so I go outside and I look, and I just look to the right, and there she is, just asleep on the ground in the sun, as happy as she could be. It's too funny. Oh, silly, silly. Learned that the group that she went with to the bathroom didn't pay very much attention, and to probably send a different group going forward. Anyway, that was funny. That was a funny one. It's just like looking out and seeing a kid just asleep on the floor. Yeah, man, I don't think she was actually awake. I think that she was sleepwalking. I don't think that she had fully woken up from that. Hi, Shadow. How are you? Feeling better? That's good. That's good. It's good to hear. Oh, Painting Cricks, thank you for gifting a sub to DA. Thoroughly appreciated. Sharing the love. This is a set of 3 like kitchen tavern things. If you do exclamation point what is it all in one word, it'll pop up with the link. They're a Scottish company, I think. At least it said like made in Scotland on the back of the thing. This Grazietti gave this to me. So it's like a kitchen tavern set. So there's like the actual like oven and pizza oven and things. And then there's a table with some food on it. And then there's a fireplace with a cauldron and stuff in it. Just having a relaxing paint session, you know? It's Sunday. Just kind of want to chill today. I don't want to have to get too technical with anything that I'm doing. So, you know, wood grain and brick are all, you know, pretty easy things to paint. So that's what we're doing today. Is that a goat? You know, I cannot tell what that is supposed to be. It looks like a unknown meat substance, for sure. It actually... Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like a specific kind of animal meat. It's kind of just meat. Yeah, it appears to be... I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Could be goat. Definitely could be goat, for sure. Definitely could be a goat. Okay. It is if you say it is. Yeah, for sure. It can be literally anything. It kind of looked more rabbity to me. It looks pretty small. Although maybe that is pretty big for a... Yeah, I don't know. Bog beast livers. There you go. Bog beast. It's a bog beast. $20mm is a fair size, yeah. That's true. I actually think my all-time favorite thing working with kids was being the only adult in a room, like sitting at a table with a group of kids and a parent coming in, looking around, and then being like, where's the adult? And then I stand up and, you know, I'm around the same height as some of the 5th grade girls. And being like, oh. Literally, like, looking like a 5th grader. Looking like a 5th grader myself. You know, it was an interesting conversation to be like, yeah, I'm 23. I'm definitely the adult here. Hey, Swillow. And never actually feeling like an adult, even. Being an adult, but not feeling like an adult. You look more like a 6th grader. It looks small for a full-grown pig, too big for a rabbit. Yeah, I mean, I definitely look older now. I mean, I am older now. I'm 10 plus years older than I was then. I think I caught up. I don't think you would confuse me for a 5th or 6th grader anymore. Be very difficult. I don't feel like an adult. It makes me cranky. Right? Every time I think of the amount of responsibility that I have, I'm like, man, I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this responsibility. Take it away. Take it away. Why did I buy a house? Why did I do that to myself? Silly, silly. I want all the free time I used to have back. Yeah, that's honestly another part of the reason why I decided I didn't want to have kids. They take a lot of time. They take a lot of time. They basically are your life for a very long time. I get bored so easily. I get bored easily, but I can also entertain myself easily too. I also really, really, really like traveling. Not that I've been able to do that very much the past couple of years. But that's okay. Gone are the days of 8-hour gaming sessions. Yep. I ran an 8-hour D&D session a few months ago and I'm 46. Travel is spendy. Yeah, travel is very expensive. Thankfully, like I'd traveled a lot for free with my company. So I've gotten to see a lot of places because of that. But yes, I'm going to do a family thing here pretty soon. And 2 round-trip plane tickets were over $1,000. I was like, what in the world? It might be because I waited too long to buy them, but still. So much money. And then I had to rent a car as well, so there was, it's like $150 extra to rent a car. There's no freaking way I'm driving that again. I am never doing that drive again. Uh-oh, Cora's mad. I can hear her. I can hear her being mad. Can't wait for it. Yes, painting critics. Me too. Japan is like my favorite. I love Japan so much. A whole bunch of the stuff that I love in Japan is shutting down though, unfortunately, like arcades. Pretty much I think all of the Sony arcades are shutting down. Yeah, Cora was boofing. The question is, how much notice did it take to get the 8-hour gaming session? In my teens, 20s, I could just tell friends, let's play all weekend, a 90% chance it would happen. Yeah. I'm hoping to leave on Thursday. Looking at fuel prices, I might not go anywhere. Yep, it's getting worse and worse. It's what happens. It's what happens when one country starts attacking another. Oh, Pike started working. Could you hear her that well? I'm pretty sure she's in my bedroom, which is like across the house. That's funny. My late 20s, I took a 10-day road trip to see gaming buddies with 12 hours notice. Yeah, I never even really did that stuff. All the like vacations that we had when I was younger, my dad would like plan out far ahead so that he could make sure that whoever could come could actually come. She was pretty clear. That's so weird, yeah. She's not anywhere close. I hardly heard it through my headset. My mic must just be picking up all background noise. I was lucky when I was little, my dad took us on a lot of like road trips and stuff. So I got to travel around and see a lot of the United States. Which is probably why I sleep so well in cars and why I hate driving myself. Because I get groggy and I just want to go to sleep. I'm actually kind of curious where Cora is. I kind of want to go check and see. Cora gets mad when people are outside. When I was 20, I used to play D&D Friday night until Sunday night and then go to work Monday to Thursday. I was sad. Used bookstore has D&D books I'm missing, but they're super expensive. Oh, really? We did Vegas, San Diego, Disneyland, Portland, Seattle, then home. Oh my god. That sounds amazing. Too much driving, though. Come here. Good girl. Yeah, she was literally in her crate. So my mic clearly picked up from her being in her crate. There she is. My family never really traveled much or went on vacations. My husband has a hard time understanding why I never want to take off for actual vacations. What's going on here? This camera's too close. You can see both of their snouts. $100 each. Woo, that's crazy. A bit high, but not too far off from what they sell for. Started checking eBay for old stuff, finding a lot of print-on-demand stuff listed for way more than they should be. These books were in mint condition. Look at how fluffy she is right now. Look at this, you guys. She's so fluffy right now. I brushed through her for so long today. I got all of her tangles out, and now she is like a perfect loaf of bread shape. Yeah, she's got a loafy butt. I wanted one, all the books I had of Philosophy for the Flood. My longest road trip was Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Missouri. Jesus, that's a lot of states, and that's a long time. She gets so mad when I say I will drop her off at the beach and just go play video games. Alright, loafy butt. My loafy butt girl. Alright, you look dry. Yep, that's her. That's the girl. I need a container for this wash. Maybe I'll use this. Don't worry, Cora, it's all good. She gets so concerned. Traveling to ReaperCon is like a big deal for me. Aww. So, the lid was not on, and I went to go drop some drops out and just poured it directly into the pallet lid instead of... How did that even happen? How did that even happen? I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get this out. It's stuck. It's coming out slowly. Oh, I have tweezers. That's why. Do you see that? It got stuck. how did that even happen? Well, I'll leave that off for now because I'm gonna have to dump it back in there. I'll put the lid on so I don't spill it. But now I have a palette full of wash, Agrax Earthshade. That's okay, it happens. Yeah, I know. I'm glad that you got a hotel room, Iffy. I got mine too. I decided this year I was gonna stay in the convention hotel instead of at a Airbnb. Ugh. This terrain works so beautiful with washes. It's so good. Look at how beautifully it took that wash. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Didn't even need a lot of wash. It took it so nicely. Ay, ay, ay. Another trip was, was also, well, we'll have the baby by then, so I'll probably go and she might come one day. I haven't gotten a flight booked yet, trying to give my husband time to decide if he wants to go or not. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You should tell him that we're all very friendly and that he should come even if he's not interested in the hobby, because there's lots of people that are SOs that come that have pretty much zero interest in the hobby and they have a good time anyway. Like James will be there with me again this year. He's coming to Adepticon with me as well. He was not wanting to go to Adepticon at first, but I told him he had to, so he's coming. He didn't want to go because of it being in Chicago. He thinks Chicago is extremely dangerous and all that. And was like, I don't want you to go either. But I was like, I'm going. I'm going either way. So you can either come with me or you can stay home and watch the doggies. Your choice. But not really. Not really your choice. Sorry, I'm doing this wash really quick. I'll take a look at chat in just a second. Get all this wash on there, because it's going to take a while to dry anyway. hold on. I need to scroll up. Y'all are talking a lot, so I'm missing chat. Daddy is getting the least amount of time with the baby with 3 grandparents and obsessed mom. I'm sure dad is going to be forgotten about. I had to call and argue with them though because it auto-booked for me leaving on Saturday and they didn't want to give me the Sunday night at the same rate. Oh, that's weird. You might have to ask it yourself. That baby isn't going to learn to walk for a while. All right, I need to open this back up so I can dump this back in there. Watch me fail at doing this. Do I have a funnel in here anywhere? I know I have one somewhere. I just don't know where it is in here. Oh god, this is not gonna go well. I need to find that funnel. I don't think... Oh, I could use this. I could use a pipette. That works. Oh, a little pipette. Thankfully, this container was, like, basically clean. So, there wasn't any, like, anything else on here for me to suck back up with this pipette. All right. All right, thanks, Ghost Hints, for the pipettes. Okay, back on there you go. Don't come off again, you. You need to stay. Stay. Oh, goodness. All right, let me see. As someone with experience, don't let the grandparents start to think they are ever running the show. I have my hobby motivation. I went to the War Armor store yesterday. I was told I must come back to defend my second place spot in their painting contest. I need to finish my project by April 9th. You gotta start painting, man! It's not in Chicago, it's in the burbs. It's a bit different than actual Chicago. Yeah, for sure. I told him that too. I was like, it's not like in downtown Chicago. Like, we're gonna be okay. He's got some pretty bad social anxiety issues. He's interested in coming because he knows how much I enjoy it. Now that I have a room at the same hotel, he can easily escape back to the room. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. And that's why, part of the reason why I wanted to get a room there too was because, like, last year was pretty overwhelming. And I would love to be able to just, like, in the middle of the day, go back up to my room instead of having to walk 10 to 15 minutes back to an Airbnb. That's, like, it wasn't far, but, you know. I also don't want, Ty to feel like he has to drive me around again. I hate feeling like a burden to anyone ever. Just, you know, FYI, if you know me, I hate feeling like a burden, which is why I never ask for anything. I usually won't ask for help or anything else because I don't like feeling like a burden. I would rather take care of myself than feel like I am burdening anybody, even if they offer things. So that's the kind of person I am. Grandparents are lamenting I am the dad because they know I am assertive. Oh man, I just don't find the prospect of the first year or so being interested in child raising. I'm much more interested in the kid once they are able to think and interact. That you might change your mind. You'll probably change your mind once you have the kid, I think. Adepticon is in Schaumburg. Yeah, it's in Schaumburg. If that's how you even say that. That looks like how it's said. I don't know. I have my reservation. Oh, wait. Where was that? There we go. I have my reservation at the RV park 8 miles away from the convention center. Yeah! Yeah, that'll be way better than having to drive for like 2 hours each day. I say that out of love, not judgment. Hopefully I have something painted by then. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. What are my paint bottle holders? I can find them if you would like to know. I got them off of Amazon. Let me look. Bottle. Let's see. Here. This one says currently unavailable, unfortunately, but that's the one that I bought. They are just 10 milliliter dropper bottles. If you look up 10 milliliter dropper bottles, you can probably find something that's similar. This one looks like it's pretty similar. This right here. It's 50 dropper bottles. Pack of 50. Being able to poop in a non-public bathroom is great. ReaperCon tickets go on sale for my birthday. Yeah, Iffy, happy birthday! Tomorrow. The things you have on your walls. Oh, these. Pretty sure these are also not available anymore. Let me find it again. You meant the holders. They are nail polish racks, though. Hold on. It was these ones. Yeah, these ones are no longer available because I got a pack of 2. So I think you can get similar ones. Like this one looks kind of similar, but it's only a single. Right here, this guy. $20 inches. Hold on, let me actually make sure that that is the same size. 20 by 4 by 24. This one is 24 by 20 by 2? Wait, what? Weird. Maybe it's because of the packaging. Let me see. Yeah, 20 by 2 by 24. 24 by 20 by 2. It's about the same. Yeah, the second one that I linked is about the same. That one that you linked is where's the actual product sizing? 25 by 20 by 2. Yeah, that one's pretty much the same as mine. Yeah, and it's a couple dollars cheaper than the other one that I linked. What are those? What are those things on it? What are these? What are the little dots? What are those? Is it just on the plastic? I don't know what those are. I don't have those. I don't know. I don't know what they are. Mine don't have those kind of supports. Anyway, yeah. That's the screws? Oh, mine has 4 screws. Per. I don't know. Either way, I'm sure they're all equally as good. No, fur. Get out of here. I used to be able to use my merit rewards to book a room and avoid the booking insanity, but then they blocked that. I live an hour and a half away, so I can just day trip it. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I feel like if you live close by, then getting a room there isn't really worth it, unless you're like one of those people that wants to stay super late and then get there super early. And you need a lot of sleep like I do, then it's worth it. Oh, that's cool. That's actually pretty neat, honestly. Look at that. That's cool. The only thing is I don't like storing my paints upside down. So you could probably store them right side up. I would want to store them right side up, but that's super neat. It just turns. That's cool. I should probably have looked into Adepticon. I didn't realize it's only a 4-hour drive. Not that I could have gone with the current staffing situation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close. If it's pretty close, you might still be... I think you can still get tickets. I did notice that there were some classes that had tickets open still. All the ones that still had tickets open were during ones that I already had tickets for, though. So I couldn't get more. I mean, I'm taking like 9 classes already anyway, so I guess I don't need to take more than that at Adepticon. I was told by Impending Duff that there's like a table that everybody sits at underneath the stairs or something for Fort Wapple. And that more than likely, if people weren't in classes or teaching classes, that's where they'd be sitting. So we'll see. I'll have to see somebody that I know sitting there first before I just go and sit down there. I don't want to insert myself into the cool people table. Paint rack like that would be full of shelves that are teal, shades of teal and purple. Yeah, it's okay. It's funny actually, because I do have a lot of shades of teal and a lot of shades of purple, and I always use the same ones over and over again. Silly me. Look at how pretty that is drying. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Wander close to the cool table and one of them will grab you. Yeah. We'll try. We'll have to see. All right, so I have this red brick color and I'm gonna use it on the bricks on here. But it's very, very dark. I'm not even sure you're gonna be able to tell what color it is. Time to make dinner. All right, well, you enjoy your dinner. You know what? I want wings again. I'm gonna order wings really quickly so that they get here by the time I'm done streaming, so I can just literally pig out on some wings. I love wings. Silvermane says hi. Hi! All right, let me do this really quick. I need to get like an air fryer and make my own wings. Poor man's chili. You had wings last night? Nice. What was this order? Classic wings, Louisiana rub, garlic parmesan, and plain. Okay, I need to not order that because garlic parmesan literally gives me acid reflux, but it takes like 8 hours to do it. My, you're getting Red Bull? Yes. Because it gives you wings. It's really, really bad. I get acid reflux, like... What are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, anyway, I get really bad acid reflux. We're gonna do that. Classic wings. I don't like boneless wings. Let's do... The Louisiana rub was good. I don't want to do plain. Let's do original hot and mild. Let's do that. Continue. No dip. I still have ranch from the last time I ordered wings. And no sides. Because I bought celery already. where is my chatbot? There you are. I'm off to make dinner. I'll be back after I eat. Very disappointed that GW is taking over the paint contest. Oh, are they? I wasn't even planning on submitting anything to the paint contest. All right. 43 to 48 minutes. Let's go. Yeah, I need to get an air fryer and just make my own wings. Ow. I haven't started to think about food tonight. I think last night I had an apple and peanut butter. I have a thing where I can't eat meat that's on the bone. Oh, I love meat that's on the bone. My dad made me a massive carnivore. Like, James will eat his wings, right? And then he'll put them down. And then I look at them and I'm like, nope. And I will eat the rest of what he's left on the wings because they are not cleaned off enough. No more crystal baths, so that means the entire paint contest will be GW models only. Oh, okay, well, I'm never going to be submitting anything because I don't paint GW. That's awful. That's really bad. Well, what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, anyways, red brick. Is that for this year, or are they doing that for next year too? Or next year, starting next year? Or is that also for this year? Yeah, because if I was even gonna think about painting anything for Adepticon, like, I literally have some wolves painted, like some actual wolves, and that's it. Starts this year. Yeah, that's literally, and I have one Space Marine painted. But I have no other, I have nothing else painted. So, that's me not submitting anything for Adepticon this year. All right, this red brick color is very dark, like I said, but we'll see. We'll see how it looks. Oh, it's pretty though. It's actually really pretty. It's not as dark as I thought it was gonna be, actually. Gonna have to move you, table. Excuse me. Even if I was going to enter my terrible paint jobs, I don't think they would like my 3D printed models. Yeah. I know ReaperCon, you can bring a mini from any thing. Like, they don't care. Certain brands have their own competitions, like Bombshell. Oh, which actually is something I should probably start painting. I totally forgot about that. Has Reaper announced which companies are going to have their own competitions for ReaperCon this year by any chance? Does anybody know? Like, Midnight Heroes did one last year. Bombshell did one. I think there are a few other companies that did like their own smaller scale competitions with their minis. Does anybody know? Not that you've seen? Okay. I'll have to keep an eye out for that because I would like to paint I did buy a couple of Bombshell minis specifically for that reason. I bought a couple of Bombshell minis last year. Bombshell, the Bombshell mini that I had painted the first year was the one that they picked to judge, and that was the one I got my bronze medal with. And then last year I painted the orc lady. The like orc tribal lady. I forget where she was actually from, but she was a Bombshell as well, and she won a silver last year from Bombshell. So I would like to paint one of the ones that I very specifically purchased for this year. I'll actually grab them right now. Hold on, let me get the rest of this red on here. And then I'll show you guys which ones I bought. And I don't know which one I'm gonna paint yet, but I want to get at least a bombshell mini. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just funny too, because the chibi mini that I picked for the Midnight Heroes thing, I wasn't even expecting for them to judge that one, and Reaper judged that one. I thought they were going to judge the bombshell mini that I specifically painted for ReaperCon, but apparently the bombshell, or the chibi, was the best one according to the judges from mine. It was just really funny thinking that your best is like a different one than what they think. It's too funny. I'm not expecting gold ever again. Like, I don't, not that I ever have, but I'm not expecting a gold medal. I know how difficult it is to get gold. I was honestly like shocked that they said that I almost hit gold last year. I was just like, excuse me? Like, what? But let me grab my bombshell minis so that I can see which one I might want to paint. I don't want to disturb the girl. She was only minimally disturbed. These are my bombshell minis. Let's see. So obviously I've got the corgis. I bought a set of corgis and then someone bought one more for me. So I have two of the same. But these are bombshell. The only thing that I'm sad about is that they don't do metal anymore. They don't do metal. Bombshells minis are resin now. Or, yeah, I think they're resin. So I bought this one. I just thought her hat was cool. Her hat thing. She's got some stuff that would need to be cleaned up. And then I would have to attach her arm here. Yeah, these aren't metal. These aren't metal. They're resin now. Lady Thor, maybe. Maybe. I just thought she was cool. And then I bought this gal. I thought that this one, you could do some really, really super cool. Yeah, it's, they do mold injected, it looks like. Oh, wait. Oh, no, yeah, both her arms are there. I was like, oh, no, she's missing an arm. But no, both her arms are right here. I thought I could do some really neat stuff with her dress. Like, I could do a really cool pattern with her dress. And I thought her hair was, like, so detailed, too. Yeah, like, freehand. The ones I got from them were metal. Yeah, I think some of their midis are still metal. But they started doing resin. It's probably, honestly, it's probably cheaper. So yeah, those are the two. I'm probably gonna pick this one, honestly. I think doing some freehand on this would be really cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these corgis. They're just cute. Oh yeah, for sure. Metal prices have gone up a lot. All right, are you dry yet? You're still kind of wet in some spots. I kind of like that, like, dirty look though. You know, a tavern table isn't going to be nice and pretty. Gonna be nasty. Pewter has tripled in the last 4 years. From just copper and tin. Corgi diorama put Holly Monster leading a pack of corgis. Oh my god. I totally could. That would be very cute. Oh, I didn't even dry brush this yet. All right, let's do that really quick. Does anybody here know what they're going to be painting yet for ReaperCon? Has anybody actually started? I mean, I know I haven't, but I want to pick a Reaper mini to paint for it as well. I have a few things that are whips that I hope to have finished. Gotta just do it. Just do it. I know you're tired. I understand. That was me pretty much the last 3 to 6 months. Paint a giant. I should look and see what giants I still have. I was wanting to potentially paint something from Bones 5. There's a few giants in there. I really like painting giants. I think giants are fun to paint. They had a huge find. Oh yeah, I have him. I have returned with a meatball sub. Yum. I ordered some wings. They'll be here, and then once they get here, I'll probably... Have I been streaming for 2 hours already? Is that right? Okay, I'm just gonna keep streaming. I'll stop when my food's here. I'll stop when my wings get here in like 45 minutes. It's like, where did the time today go? Doesn't feel like I've been streaming for that long. That's crazy. Well, that's what happens when I have an active chat, I guess. It just... the time just goes by. And it's like, oh, I've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours already. Whoa. Elemental scions. They're basically giants, yeah. Blame me is okay. It's all your fault, DA. It's all your fault. I feel like a majority of it was like me reminiscing too, which, you know, when you get to reminiscing, the time just kind of flies by. Blame Canada. It's true. Blame Canada. It's all your fault! I should clean up my hobby room so I can paint before I leave. Yeah, you should. Do it. Do it. Do it. Even if you just paint a little bit. This brush does not want to get in the crevices here very well. Dry brushing and washing also, like, takes forever. Oh, it looks so good on this camera, though. It looks better on camera than it does in person. Just throwing that out there. I'm gonna put a little bit of white on this one too. Oh no. Okay, no, we're good. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I dry brushed and washed the hell out of these miniatures myself and painted the metallics. I have a bunch of those resin figures in my closet, but they just have a weird footprint. Oh, really? Okay. Okie dokie. This looks good. Pretty. Fur. I've got fur all over me. I'm thinking maybe my weekend stream, maybe I'll start it closer to like 12 my time. And I'm thinking that because I was like sitting downstairs kind of like really bored for a while. Hi JJ, welcome back. Hi T Roger. Hi Holly Monster, your order from Wingstop is being delivered at 4:01 p.m. Cool. I like how it has my name as Holly Monster on there for some reason. It defaulted. I've actually, like, when typing my name, I've multiple times typed Holly Monster, like first name, last name, instead of Holly Watson. It's funny. My Wingstop order, I got classic wings, so like the bone-in ones, original hot Louisiana rub, and mild. Is it me or are you blurry? I don't think I'm blurry. I don't look blurry on my side. I am unsure if it is you or if it is me. My local pub has way better food than any pub should really have, and the wings are killer, really thick and juicy. Boo, Wingstop doesn't deliver to me. Oh, yeah, I really like Wingstop. I forgot which company I ordered from before, and I ordered Buffalo Wild Wings, and I will say that those were the most disappointing wings. Wingstop is way better than Buffalo Wild Wings. My problem is that I can never seem to get enough protein for the day. But when I eat chicken wings, I definitely do. I just need to eat way more chicken, I guess. So I got wings again. Air fried at home. I won't eat Buffalo Wild Wings. They're bad. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I thought I had liked Buffalo Wild Wings and I had ordered them, and then I got them and they were like very, very disappointing, and I was like, that was a massive waste of money. I need to get an air fryer and do them at home, but I don't have an air fryer, so Wingstop it is. I used to really like Domino's wings, but Domino's wings are very, very fatty. You go to the pub, yeah. The only thing with me with wings is they can't be breaded at all. They can't be breaded because I'm keto, so I can't have bread. So I have to get basically plain wings. And it's hard to find places that do wings that don't use breading. Yeah, just fry the skin, exactly. I did actually look up recipes for air fryer wings. because I wanted to potentially look into getting an air fryer. Multi-purpose toaster oven, including air fryer and rotisserie. Oh, nice. I do not cook enough to invest in that kind of technology. Maybe if and when I start cooking more, will I do that? But as of right now, I do not. And I also am lazy and don't like cooking. Even if that just means throwing things in a pot together and setting a time. I am just that lazy. I literally would rather just grab something and eat it as a snack than spending time cooking, because I don't like cooking at all. I use it daily, sometimes more than once a day. If your oven is a convection or has a convection feature, it's the same as an air fryer. Hi, Judy! Yes, I do have a convection oven, like a small one, that I might be able to get away with using as an air fryer. I literally bought that thing to cook clay when I first bought it. I think I used it like twice. James never cleans it though, so it's disgusting inside. Because he's the only one that uses it. And yeah, he's not good at cleaning things when he uses them. So it's real gross. And I ain't gonna clean it because I don't use it. So. An air fryer is just a portable convection oven. It's good for those who... Yeah. My regular oven is not a convection oven, but I do have like a little one that is. I need more red brick color. Long time no see. I've been away for a long time, but I'm back. Brave Bunny Legacy. I was away for a while as well. I didn't stream for like 3 months, so welcome back, and welcome back to me too. I did want to get more consistent with streaming though. I was really bad last year in terms of consistency, and I'd like to be more consistent. You still need to buy your first model to paint? Don't let the choice, don't get choice paralysis. Just find something that you think looks neat and just paint it. And then keep doing that over and over again. Don't get choice paralysis. I get choice paralysis. That's a thing that happens to me. Not just with minis, but with food. Like going to a restaurant, I'm like, there's too many choices. Picking out food from a menu, there's too many choices. That's why places like Cheesecake Factory, too many choices. Usually if I see something that I think looks good, I'm just like, okay, that. I'm not gonna look through everything. I can't do it. I'm gonna get the dragon I wanted. Haven't had the money. Ah, okay. Which dragon is it that you want to get? What company is it from? Funny enough, my very first model that I painted was also a dragon. But it was a very small dragon. Do I have it? Yeah, it's right there. Let me grab it. Oh, I scared the girl away, so I don't have to worry about getting up anymore. This was the first thing I ever painted. Oh my goodness. Ow, my leg. This guy right here. So, it might be hard to tell, but I just painted this guy green, and then I dry brushed it gold. You can see that it looks yellow. It's literal gold metallic paint. This was the very first thing I ever painted. Isn't that funny? It was supposed to be, oh no, what's his name? Venom Fang. Venom Fang. Bone 6 at the end of the month. Don't remind me, Cranston. I've heard the company, it's a bigger one. It was like 25 for it. Is it Reaper? A bigger dragon for 25. Sounds like it might be Reaper. It's cool to see them in other colors. Not as bad as my first. Yeah, I didn't know how to paint yet. I think I probably watched a couple of YouTube videos at this point, and I learned what dry brushing was, and I figured it would look cool to dry brush it gold. So that's what I did. You can kind of see it like here. You can see the sheen a little bit. But yeah. My first was a learn to paint kit. I want to paint it black and gray and some green like a poison one. Yeah, dry brushing for the win, right? That's what I've been doing this whole time. Oh. I want... Of course, that was painted in the 90s with Tester's enamel paints. So much gloopy. I'm still learning and suck at it. Ah. You're your own worst critic. I bet you there are people out there that think you paint amazingly. All this wing talk, do I really need to order wings and pizza? Oh, no pizza here, just wings. Just wings here. I cannot have pizza. But if you want pizza and you can have it, then I would say you do you, boo. Yours versus the testers too. I just closed the tab, lol. There's a place in my city with keto pizza. Oh, really? Is it actually keto though? I feel like when things say they're keto, they're not actually keto. Like when I go to Costco and I see the things that have the words keto on them, I immediately am like, nope. Yeah, it's just because I'm doing it because I do keto. I don't eat carbs or sugar. But it's okay because I'm a massive carnivore, and so the diet works out for me just fine. Honestly, like, pizza's good, but it's not, I don't know, it's kind of meh. I've never been a super huge, like, bread person. Is quinoa keto? I don't know. Let me look. I'm not actually sure. Quinoa nutrition. I have caps lock on. No. Definitely not. 39 grams of carbs per cup. You try to stay under 20 grams of carbs a day for keto. It has 39 grams of carbs, with only 5 of that being fiber. So definitely not. Maybe a little, if you wanted to have like the tiniest amount, you could. But you can't have a lot. I like doing keto. I regret quitting keto in like September of last year and gaining 30 pounds again because I just went crazy and ate a whole bunch of junk. I don't think I ever want to do that again. The way it makes me feel is awful. I'd rather just stick to the diet, eat my delicious wings and steaks and cheeses and vegetables and not feel cravings for sweets. My sweets cravings are pretty much gone. I pretty much don't have sweets cravings anymore. It takes a little while, right? But I need to get on that. I fall into shame spirals of Little Debbie. Yeah. That's the thing, like, I have really, really bad self-control with sugar when I eat sugar. I eat a little bit of sugar and my body's and my brain is like, you need more, you need more, you need more. And then I just can't control it. And I just end up eating an entire sleeve of Oreos in one sitting. I do not have the self-control to eat sugar at all. So I should just not eat it at all. Sugar addiction is a real thing. Yep, that is why food companies put sugar in everything, because sugar is extremely addictive. And it's hard to stop once you start. That's why, like, bread in the United States would actually be technically considered cake in other countries, because it has so much sugar in it. So yeah, I've decided it's just not worth it for me to eat any sugar at all, like ever, because of the addiction spiral that happens. I have to stop cold turkey whenever it starts again. Whenever I notice it becoming a big problem, I just have to be like, nope, no more. I'm done. Yeah, and I think as a kid growing up, you know, not having access to a lot of food that I really, really liked, and then, you know, being an adult and then having money to spend on stuff like that for myself, it's hard because you get addicted. And when you've not taught yourself self-control growing up, as an adult, having to teach yourself self-control is way harder. All right, well, my wings are almost here. It has been almost 3 hours streaming, which is insane because I don't usually stream for this long. But I had an amazing time hanging out with you all today. I got some stuff done. We got paint on things at least, so that's good. I will be back on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Let's find someone to raid, and I'm gonna go and just kind of pig out on some chicken wings. Let's find someone to raid. Soulway Studios. We're gonna raid Soulway Studios. Hope to see you stream friggin'. Yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. If I don't see you before you leave, Shadow, I hope you have a wonderful trip if you are able to actually go. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed watching me wash and dry brush some Tavern stuff. We'll probably continue this on Tuesday since I'm having such a fun time painting it. Yeah, stay awesome, be excellent to each other. I hope everyone is staying happy and healthy as per usual. And we will see you on Tuesday. Bye!